How's my hair? Hi guys, this is Sambo from Fluid Social. Today I'm joined by Dr. Stephen Finklesworth and his good friend Scruffles. And over here we have the lovely Marilyn. Marilyn, thank you for joining us. Today what I want to talk to you guys about is recognizing indicators of interest. And there's a very particular reason why I want to talk about this. And it's because a lot of your approach anxiety, when you see someone you like, man or woman, this can apply both sides, the fear that you have of that person is fear of the unknown. It's fear of not knowing what to expect when you go up to them, not knowing if they're gonna slap you or fall in love with you. But generally speaking, we tend to look at the most negative possible outcome, which would be that rejection that makes us then feel bad. And that fear is coming out of the fact that we don't know how they're gonna respond. So what you want to do before you get into the interaction is actually find out as much information about the person as you possibly can. Some of this information is going to be the way she carries herself or the way he carries himself, the way they're walking, the way their body posture is, maybe the smile on their face. Are the muscles in the face relaxed or are they tense? This information gives you a pretty good idea of how the person is feeling and what type of person they are. But indicators of interest, more specifically, are going to tell you actually whether that person is open to a conversation. So a lot of the times when you're walking down the street or you're in a coffee shop or a cafe and you see someone that you like, there's opportunities to get eye contact with them. And if you look carefully, you're actually going to find that people do give indicators of interest. So let's take the street, for example. If you're walking past a woman that you like the look of in the street, the 3 indicators of interest that you want to look out for is 1, eye contact. I'm going to go through them first and then we'll go into a bit more detail. 2, a smile. And 3, a hair flick, which means to push the hair up or modify it in some way. So let's go into eye contact. There's 2 different types of eye contact that you're going to receive when you see someone you like in the street and they like you back. The first one is with movement from the body and specifically the head. So if I walk past a woman and she's looking around like this, glancing around and catches my eye, that is not necessarily an indicator of interest because people do scan their environments as they go, looking for danger, opportunities, and anything else, just curiosity. But if that eye contact comes only from the eyes when the head is still, for example, something more like that, then that's pretty much every time an indicator of interest. Because what it means is that she's already moved her head, she's already scanned her environment and spotted you, scouted you out, and now she knows where you are, her eyes are going to flick across. So the first one, eye contact. Second one, smile. Now a smile from anyone is an indicator of comfort. We've all had those experiences probably on public transport where you lock eyes with someone, man or woman, and there's this moment of tension where you don't really know, that it's a bit awkward or there feels like there's some tension. But as soon as one person smiles, all of that tension is alleviated and you feel completely comfortable again. So it's exactly the same in the street. You're walking down, the girl flicks her eyes across, and maybe she'll give you a little smile as well. That smile is her saying, I find the eye contact, I find you attractive. The smile, if you do choose to come and talk to me, I'm probably going to be quite friendly and expressive. So that's her reassuring you that it's kind of okay and that she's a friendly person. So 1, eye contact with the eyes. 2, a smile as they walk past. And 3, a hair flick. So what I mean by hair flick is pushing your hair up or modifying it in some way. Now this one's a little more complicated in a way, but it comes from evolutionary biology. So essentially 100,000 years ago, when we would, and still today, when we're looking for signs that the potential partner, the woman or the potential partner that we're going to choose is healthy, she's fertile, she looks after herself, good hair and good breasts for both very good indicators of fertility. So if she's actually moving her hair and making it more obvious, then it's essentially the idea of peacocking, that she's pushing the best part of herself, her fertility and her availability, and she's making that very obvious to you. The other thing it does is it simply takes up more space in the environment. So as a man, you walk with your shoulders back and your chin up, and this is you taking up space in that environment. For a woman, her flicking her hair and making it bigger is going to take up more room in that environment and thereby attract the attention of people walking past. So you've got the eye contact, the smile, and the hair flick. You don't expect to have all three at the same time or really to be paying too much attention to these. It's not super important that you have all of them or even one, but just the ability to know why it is that sometimes you feel intuitively that someone likes you. Now you actually have the cues, you have the body language signals that are informing that intuitive understanding that this person is attracted to you. So when you go up and you form these interactions, you approach a woman or a man if you're a woman watching this, you don't want to be paying too much attention to this, because as long as you're thinking about body language and things like this and ideas, you're not actually fully focused on the other person. So as you're speaking, you should be focusing on eye contact. You should be trying to understand the nuances of that person, what is different about them, what is interesting about them, trying to learn as much as you can about the other individual. And it can be a little bit distracting when we've got all of these thoughts of, does she like me or does he like me? What's the vibe? What's the chemistry like? You don't want to be worrying about that. You want to be focused on the other person. But having this intuitive understanding and this scientific breakdown of why you have that intuition can be very, very, very valuable. So I hope you guys get a lot from this video and you understand a bit more about what's actually going on with the body language of a woman or a man when you see them in the street. So over the next month or so, I am actually releasing a product on Udemy, which is going to be the beginner's guide to dating. The focus of this product is going to be more for some of you who are very nervous, very anxious, or feel like you have some sort of learning difficulty. Maybe you have an ASD or ADHD or something like this. And I'm going to go into real detail of how you can actually form valuable friendships and relationships with women based on a very structured syllabus. Because I know for a lot of you guys, you're much more logical minded and you really need a thorough and detailed breakdown with steps and detailed procedures. So I'm going to be releasing this product on Udemy. So I'm going to attach my link to my Udemy account in the description below, but really I just want to bring this to your guys' awareness. So any feedback on that, if you think you'd be interested or anything you'd like me to include, please get in touch. But I've got the basic structure now and I'm really excited to get this product out. I also wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has supported me and come to me for help to improve your communication. I wouldn't be able to put out any of this content without your contribution, and I genuinely really appreciate it. For anyone that hasn't taken a course with me because you're in another country or you haven't got round to it, or it's difficult financially to do the work, if you'd like to support the channel, then please find my Patreon account in the link below as well, and you can just offer a small donation so that we can keep the content of high quality, go to different countries and film this stuff and keep up with the best equipment. Every contribution is sincerely appreciated. So if you do want to support the channel, then click the link below. And thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Made it gold, I never loved her. Another one, another